Hi fellow traders, I'm making this video to share my Euro USD analysis with you. 5 days ago we had posted analysis of Euro USD with text and a screenshot on our website, and we were expecting an upward retracement similar to the previous one. So this was the previous retracement to the upside. We were expecting similar retracement, and this similar retracement was coinciding with the break-in point of the trend line. This was the breaking point of the trend line. So this was not exactly coinciding. This point, this was something somewhere between the breaking point of the trend line and the trend line. So we exited our buy position on Friday because our target was something around this. This was the previous low, breaking point of the trend line, and market went well above the trend line on Friday. Our target was completed in the buy position, and now we have entered sell because our long-term view is bearish on Euro USD. This was just a retracement. So now let's talk about where we have entered. Let's talk about where we have entered sell position and how we are planning to exit the sell. So we have entered sell position at 10.62.4. Now price is below it, 10.50 and 4. So we are already running in profit of 12 pips. And we are targeting at least the previous low, this area, something around 1.10. A reason behind targeting this area is the recent harmony that we see in Euro USD. If we look at the previous setup, this was a left shoulder, right shoulder, and head. And the target of head and shoulder has still not been completed, which will be something very near to this 161.8% extension of this ABCD. A, B, C, D. Not exactly at this 161.8% extension. It will be slightly above this. But before we talk about the target of head and shoulder, let's talk about why we are targeting this previous low. So let's look at the recent harmony. Prices are reacting in the same manner like it had reacted while going from this area to this area. You can see this move was stopped here, and previous high was here. So this swing high, this swing high are very similar, are in the same area, and that area was 11.17. Next time Euro USD went above, made a high around this previous high. So this high, swing high, and this swing high are very harmonic to each other, and exactly at 10.95-96 area. So this harmony says that next, just like market had made here bottom, and again the bottom at the same area, kind of double bottom. So we can expect the similar bottom again, just like this harmonic behavior of price action. So that's why we are going to exit our sell position here. And invalidation point will be here above this, not this high, above this high. We are checking previous swing high for finding out our invalidation point. Therefore, if price goes up, and if a daily candle closes above this swing high, then we will consider that our sell setup has been invalidated by price action. But right now sell setup is valid, market is falling, and we will be targeting this low as per this harmonic price behavior. So this is about the harmonic price behavior and our target and our stop loss, or you can say invalidation point. Now let's calculate the head and shoulder target, because market may go at this area, may react a little to the upside, and may again move down, because long-term view is bearish. And I will show you, I will make you recall the setup which we have since the beginning of January on weekly time frame, which is still prevailing, and which is still there in charge of long-term bearish view. So before we go to the weekly time frame and recall that setup, let's calculate the head and shoulder target. My style of calculation of head and shoulder, or double bottom or double top, is slightly different from the classical style. In classical style, people draw horizontal neckline, and then they vertically measure the target from neckline to the top, and the same, like for example this is 165 pips, and to the bottom this would be again 165 pips. So this will match this 161.8% extension. Market may touch this area, maybe yes, maybe no, but this is not how I measure. If I do not see horizontal neckline, then I do not measure the target vertically. If horizontal line is not there, because this is the neckline, right? This is the neckline, which is not absolutely horizontal. This is the neckline. So if neckline has an angle, we should measure the target by plotting it with this same style in angular style. So target will be measured like this. From this point to this point, we will measure the distance. This was the breakage. On this day, market had broken the neckline. So let's measure the target as per this angular style, not exactly a vertical. So just like this, our target will be from this to this point. I'll make it here. Okay, and then this will be the minimum target of head and shoulder as per the angular measurement. So this is coming around 0949, 0950 area, you can say 950 area. This will be the target of head and shoulder, which is already below our initial target. So market may come down to this area, may retrace a little up and may come here, or even may go to 161.8%. But we'll have to exit our position as early as possible. We have to take the profit and get out of the market. If this target is giving us better reward, then there is no reason for waiting for a bigger target. So that's all about recent analysis of EUR/USD. Now I'll go to this weekly time frame to make you recall about this bigger picture. This is the bearish Gartley on weekly time frame, and I had identified this already at the beginning of this year, and since then market is falling. So this is prevailing, and this is giving me the confidence to sell again. And the initial target of this bigger pattern, which will be further counted from this point, and this will be the bigger A, B, C and D to the downside, and 61.8% extension is 910 area, 0911, and 161.8% extension is 0924. So there will be a very struggling kind of price action between 950 and 910. You can see a price action here. This was a very struggling price action. Market was falling down, buyers were pushing up, again falling down, buyers were pushing up. So the movement between this last time between 1016 and 982 was very struggling, and it was a movement of like 3, 4, 5 days. Similarly, once market will reach the minimum target, that is the head and shoulder, that is 950, then next will be 924 as per the weekly time frame, and then it will be it will be 926 as per this 161.8% extension, and 910 as per this weekly Fibonacci extension 61.8. So this will be a slow price action between 950 and 910. But right now our plan is simple: to exit around this previous low, wait for further retracement, sell again, and then we will be targeting the nearest one, that is 950. So that's all about EUR/USD. And if you have any query, then you can simply sign up with your Facebook or Google account on our website. This is a free service. You can comment. Once you sign up, you'll get notification as soon as we publish a new video or new analysis with text and screenshot. That's all. Thank you for watching.